Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, you're invited to dinner. And it is a seafood dinner at that. However, it's them that see you as food, and you're the dinner. Tonight's movie, the cult classic, Piranha.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Worst apocalypse ever! Tonight. Coming off of last night's gallorific awesomeness that was the Red Queen killed 7 times, I thought, you know what? Let's stay in the classic realm for a moment, because soon we're gonna do some things that came out in the last couple of years. So for those people who love the newer stuff, don't worry, we're gonna get to that stuff soon. But tonight, I thought, you know what? Let's go to the classic B movie era, a Roger Corman classic, directed by none other than Gremlin Man Joe Dante himself. And that is Piranha. So, what is Piranha about? Well, it starts off with 2 people, a guy and a gal. They're camping in the river, the woods in the river, and they come across this old shut-down military base and ignored all the no trespassing signs. Go in there and look, there's a pool. A pool in the middle of this secret military base. What can go wrong? I don't know. Let's go swimming. Let's go skinny dipping. And of course, they get eaten. And that basically causes a man to hire this woman who is a people finder, a detective of sorts. She finds people who are disappeared. Sometimes, I guess, they want to be disappeared, and sometimes they just get lost, whatever. Anyway, so she goes down and meets up with this drunken, I want to say mountaineer, but drunken guy living in a cabin near the river, and basically forces him to take her, well, go with her anyways, to find these 2 people. They go to the military base. They find out that there are strange experiments going on with animals and fish, and she is convinced after finding several of the people's belongings that they might be in this pool, so they got to drain the pool. But of course some scientist shows up and is like, oh, you can't do it, you can't drain the pool, but whatever, fight ensues. The pool is drained. They find like the skeletal remains of a dog, but not any human ones. And then the doctor goes crazy, saying like, oh, you just released these super piranha into the river, and they are going to kill everyone and eat and breed and basically, you know, destroy all life on Earth. Because, you know, that's what piranha do, right? Just eat and breed and destroy all life on Earth. Anyways, so, of course, they decide to go down the river because, first of all, they don't really believe that this is what happened. But they're gonna take the doctor down and find out what's going on. And of course, they come across people that have gotten chewed upon by the piranha, and now they believe them. And oh no, the guy's daughter is in a summer camp down the river, and oh my god, those piranha are heading straight for them. But of course there's this dam, but the dam protects it only a certain amount of time, because they like to let the water through from time to time to level out the water levels. And so when they do that, the piranha are going to go through, and God knows we got to stop them. And then of course we find out that there's like an actual fork in the river, and the piranha could just go through there anyways, bypassing the dam, so that whole thing was meaningless to begin with. Anyways, so the military of course gets involved, because, you know, they find out that their experiments have escaped, and let's just say the summer camp, and of course, why not a new water themed sort of resort areas just opening up just in time for swarms of man-eating piranhas to come through and feast upon people. I mean, basically, that's your movie. Can we stop these piranha from basically chewing up this entire area and, of course, destroying the world? Because, that's what piranha do, destroy the world. So, let's get into the scores, shall we? Violence and gore. I am actually going to give this a 3 out of 5. Look, a lot of the nasty gore stuff is aftermath stuff, like, this guy's half-eaten legs and half-eaten bodies and face and stuff like that, which is fine and dandy. For the most part, all you hear is and you see blood around here, but you don't really see any, like, chomping and chewing. You do get a little bit more of that toward the end, and so it does kind of ramp up the amount of violence and the gore a bit. And there is quite a bit of blood, though it's sort of diluted, because water dilutes. Anyways, so still pretty good for this movie and its budget. So 3 out of 5. Shock value 2 out of 5, and honestly, most of this shock value is in the fact that you do have kids getting chewed upon and killed in this movie, and that's pretty shocking, especially at the time this would have come out, people would have just, oh my god, they're killing kids! Nowadays, you can do whatever you want with kids in movies. Apparently you can have them, like, twerking and humping the floor and taking pictures of their hoo-has, and that's a perfectly fine Netflix family time to have together, huh? Yeah, whatever. Anyways, shock value 2 out of 5. Yeah, there's not a lot of jump scares in this one, but the whole shock of having the piranha invade the kid camp is it's pretty mean. So moving on to plot, and I am going to be very mean to this movie plot wise because it's bad. 1 out of 5. Look. This is the case of a movie that it's just everything just happens to be, it just there so happens to be this military base, and these kids happen to be going there and get killed, and those kids just happen to be related to this one guy in such a way, and that just happens to know this person who goes to find people. It just happens to come across this guy, this drunkard, who seems very antisocial, but just happens to not just tell her to fuck off and end of the story, but goes along with this woman for God knows what reason. It doesn't even make any sense. And just happen to find the stuff, just happens to think that, we have to drain this, and that draining, for some reason, just happens to allow them access to the river, which makes, like, little sense. I mean, unless there's, like, some pipe and some blockage or something, but that just, I don't know. You would think there would be grates and stuff to prevent, other things other than water from, like, escaping through, but apparently they just happen to not do that or think of that. I don't know. And, of course, like, everything in this movie is just convenience for the sake of the plot. The guy just happens to have a daughter who's at the camp, and they just happen to have this fork in the river, which makes little sense. Why is there the dam and the fork if they're going to the same place? Wouldn't they have a dam? I don't know anything about water engineering, but it just doesn't seem to make sense. They should have, like, 2 dams, maybe? Because, like, if they dam that, it just becomes more of a flow there, right? I don't know. What? Anyways, it's just a whole lot of things. The main characters get caught, and they just happen to have the stupidest guard ever, and are able to escape military custody. They just happen to get caught by the police, and happen to have the stupidest guard, and she just happens to know someone who was a plumber, who knew how to do things, who have tried to escape jail several times and failed, but it just happens to work this time. It's just a bunch of just happens to be. Plus the fact that, let's just be as straightforward as possible. This movie is about a person looking for these people, ends up releasing killer piranha into the river. Then they go down the river to stop the dam from opening up so that the piranha will be trapped. But then we find out that, no, there's a fork in the river anyways, so the piranha aren't trapped, and now they're trying to basically warn people out of the water and figure out a way to kill the unkillable piranha. I mean, that's basically it. It's real simple. There's no real... I mean, yeah, I guess you get some character development with the guy, the drunkard, who's ex-wife and has a child, and you really get nothing about the girl, the people hunter. She's just... I don't even know how to describe her character. She is like super forward and... yeah, anyways, no character growth, no real anything special about this plot. It's just there to kill people with piranha and every so often have some titties. So, moving on from plot, 1 out of 5. Acting, 2 out of 5. Look, there is some bad acting in this film. There's some good acting too. There's some people that I admire their work, but for the most part, it's bad. Like the female scientist, holy cow, she is just the worst. I don't know what the director was thinking, like, hey, do it like this, because she's just, I don't know, horrible. Anyways, 2 out of 5. Nudity, I am going to give this a 1.5 out of 5, mainly because most of it there is pretty brief. A flash here, a glimpse there. Yeah, in the beginning, during the skinny dip thing, you get a good amount of titties, and for some reason, she's taking off her pants. She takes her bottoms too low, so you find out that she's not a natural blonde. Anyways, something about carpet and shades and whatever, curtains. Yeah, anyways, still appreciate it. 1.5 out of 5. Enjoyment factor, 3 out of 5. Look, this is a B movie. If you like stupidity, and you like violence, and you like a little bit of titties, you're going to have fun with this movie. I'm going to have fun with this movie. Yes, it's not good, but it is fun and enjoyable. It's something you kick back, eat some popcorn, drink some drinks, have a bunch of friends around, go, oh, look at that, oh my god, look at that, and, that's just the sound. Just iconic now, so fun time. However, my overall impression of this movie is 2.5 out of 5. It is bare bones entertainment at its finest, because there is nothing really interesting with the plot. There is nothing really interesting in the characters. Honestly, the only thing is the how you would say, the exploitable elements, the blood, the violence, and some of the nudity. Other than that, there's some comical moments here and there. But overall, yeah, it's just your average B movie fare that doesn't really do anything spectacular. It doesn't really do anything horribly bad, except some of the acting, anyways. So, maybe I'm being too kind to this and giving it a 2.5 out of 5, but I'm going to stick with my guns. 2.5 out of 5, and that averages out to a 2.1 out of 5. So there you have it, Piranha. Wow. Roger Corman presents Piranha. So, tell me, what did you think? Have you seen Piranha? Tell me what you think about it in the comment section below. And don't forget to rate, sub, subscribe, bell, notification, yada, yada, whatever. I don't care. You're supposed to say that I think at the beginning of the videos you're supposed to say that now. But who cares? Whatever. It doesn't matter. And I thank you for once again coming here with me and spending another night on the 31 Nights of the Halloween Horror. Of the Halloween Horror? What the hell? 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! And remember, kids, always make sure that there isn't any mutant killer fish in the pool and also access to like any like real bodies of water before you drain it, because you just don't want the you don't want that you don't want that someone's gonna clip this out of context and it's gonna look like I'm either having like a seizure or something. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. Anyways, the more you know, people. Stay sexy, internet, and I will see you next time.